Dean, that wasn't quite the seesaw battle that we saw in the 1895 Cup against Widnes. With the way that we started that second half, we probably should have been a little bit closer at the end, if not come out on top.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes really killed us. To be fair, the first kick-off, where he's gone 60 metres straight off kick-off carry, that's just not good enough. And then obviously they've gone in, they've scored, they've gone 18-0 up. And then after that, we were probably the better side. Came back, we scored before half-time, and then came out and we were on the front foot, being really smart. And then we decided to chase the game when we probably just had to keep doing what we were doing really well and keep falling over the line and scoring points. But with scoreboard pressure, that makes players make errors. Players started to make individual errors, they started to give away penalties because they were chasing the game, and then the score probably blew out that it didn't really reflect what the game actually was.
That first part of that first half, it was near enough anything that could go wrong did go wrong for us.
Yeah, one-on-one misses, people not over-chasing, giving away penalties, errors. We'd forced an out, we'd completed first set after they'd rolled us. We then, from the scrum, got bundled into touch, play one. So we'd had the ball for 7 tackles, and they then had scored 3 tries by the time we got the ball back again. And it was just one of them where you're thinking we just need to complete a set. Defensively, too many one-on-one misses, and that's just not good enough, and something that we spoke about afterwards.
You mentioned that the one off the initial kick-off. I think they did it again after, I can't remember whether it was after a kick-off or a kick downfield, but unfortunately that sets good sides. You don't need to invite them into your half, and doing things like that just puts extra pressure on that you don't need to soak up.
Yeah, when we built pressure and we finished in the corner, because we did kick well. We kicked really well today. It was this kick chase that let it down, and people have always said you kicked only good as a chase. Yeah. And we didn't build any pressure in that first spell, and they looked all the bit a top 6 side. And fair play, I've said it to Radio Leeds. Alan Coleman's got them really well drilled, and they know what they need to do, and they never go away. And even when we were 4 points behind and we were the better side by a long way, we just knew they were just going to keep coming and keep turning up, and that's what they did. And if we'd have done the same and been a little bit more patient, a little bit calmer, and everybody makes the one-on-ones and we don't have the individual errors, we're there. It's frustrating for us as staff and as players, because we can see how good we potentially can be, but we just need to fix up 20-minute spells in games to really push us on, because they're a top 6 side, and we know if we turn up against other sides, and we have to turn up against York next week, that we've got to compete for 80. And we've got to give ourselves a chance. We did it to Batley last week. We blew them away 18 points up, and they aren't coming back from that. And Widnes have done it to us today. And it's a difficult place to be. And then Batley have gone and drawn with Barrow, and there's teams picking up points, but we need to learn how to keep picking up points and how to keep getting better in this competition.
Whatever you said at half-time must have been ringing in the ears, because that initial part of that first half, we got back into the game, and we probably at that point looked the better side.
Yeah, agreed. We spoke all week about trying to make sure that we create overlaps and force numbers and challenge different spacing areas, and I thought our spine did that really well. I thought Lockie and Gasky are starting to combine, and I thought when we got the ball to Greg Eden on an edge, he was a real threat. And he'll do things out of the order and gives us a little bit of variety on it. And I thought his pass to Mackenzie Skur was outstanding in the first half. Just in terms of a tactical change there, but we were in it, we were competing, and we were a better team. It was actually really enjoyable to watch. Everybody was doing the job. It looked real comfortable. The message we were getting from Harvey, Simesy and Ethan was, we're on here, we're good, don't change us, keep us on. They did a big spell. And I'll be honest, when them 3 were on, they worked really well together, and that combination, along with Kobe Douglas returning, he added some leg speed, and I thought we looked smart, solid, didn't miss tackles, made 3rd-man chops. All the things you ask every middle to do, and I thought them 4 did a real good job.
Ethan O'Hanlon, particularly at the beginning of that second half, really ran the ball in very well and made meters after contact.
Yeah, he's been doing that all year. He dents the line real well. It's his repeatable efforts that we're working on, and you can see him getting better, and he's doing that, and he's learning. And he's a really good prospect. He's still young, but we've got to get people around him. And I thought Harvey and Simesy marshalled him really well. They sometimes do some of his defending, and he does their attacking. But that balance between them guys really worked really well.
Yeah. Probably the turning point in that second half was we forced an error under our sticks, got the ball back, went down the other end of the field, and it probably looked easier to score, but we just threw. There was just a couple of passes we were moving it out to the left that probably weren't quite crisp enough, and then that final pass went forward.
We'd shifted the ball to our right, and we'd worked on that in training in terms of what we wanted to exploit. Welly made the line break, passed inside to Lockie, and when he gets tackled, they're still retreating, so the game smarts and the play to there is literally just blow straight under the posts. If they make a tackle, they're offside. It's probably a sin binning, and we're on the front foot, then a real good opportunity to go seal the game. But with feelers, though, we have to go wide. When we don't, we play through the space. But we've gone wide, and like you said, the skill wasn't great, and we ended up erroring rather than scoring ourselves, or at least getting a penalty and a sin bin on the back of it, because it had been a professional foul.
Yeah. On to York next week. Another tough game that they seem to have turned the corner a little bit over recent weeks.
Yeah, they've got a lot of bodies back. Real strong side. They've recruited really well. Mark Applegarth's a good coach to play a good brand of rugby league. It's a tough test for us to go to. We think we have a game plan done early that we're really happy with as staff, and we'll share that with the players now that it's on to the next job. We have to dust ourselves down quite quickly, because obviously every game's different, and that's what we need to be doing and need to continue to do. But we need to keep competing hard, and that starts on when we get back into training, and then we'll prepare for York. And it's a tough task, but the delayed kick-off till 4 o'clock is a nice one, probably gives us that extra little bit during the day where we can come together and travel over. It's quite a nice time.
Yeah. Commiserations on today.
Cheers,
and we'll look forward to next week.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you.
Cheers.